Book 2, Chapter 9 of Utopia is the final chapter, and at first, it describes utopian religion. While religious, utopians are not Christians. Some utopians worship the sun, the moon, or the planets. Some worship great men of the past as deities. Most, however, worship a singular god called Mithras. Raphael describes himself as acting as a missionary by explaining Christianity to the utopians who embraced it, perhaps because the teachings of Jesus are similar in some ways to the philosophy of utopia. Unfortunately, since Raphael and his friends aren't priests, they cannot give the sacrament to the new converts. The utopians decide they would choose one among themselves to be a priest, even though he had no authority derived from the Pope. Despite their positive reception of Christianity, however, utopians are not willing to hear their own religions disputed. After one convert to Christianity calls utopian rites profane, he is banished from Utopia by Utopus himself. Raphael goes on to describe utopian priests and religious individuals who consecrate their lives to hard work. The priests are highly venerated and cannot be punished for any crime. Utopians have magnificent, spacious, beautiful temples with no images of God in them and are open to all worshipers no matter whom or what they worship. At the end of this chapter, Raphael gives a long monologue in which he presents his ideas of the world as they relate to his experiences in Utopia. He describes all other governments as a conspiracy of the rich who, on pretense of managing the public, only pursue their private ends. He argues utopian values are the most likely to lead to happiness. And he says pride alone keeps other nations from acknowledging the wisdom of utopia. The character of Thomas More then reflects on what he's been told, calling life in utopia across the board very absurd, and is particularly critical of the idea of sharing goods in common without money. Nevertheless, More concludes, there are many things in the Commonwealth of Utopia that I rather wish than hope to see followed in our governments. The utopian religion is, of course, very different from More's devoted Catholicism. It does, however, reflect More's own unique combination of faith, realism, and humanism. One of the most significant reasons for the Protestant Reformation related to the issues described in Utopia, chiefly greed of both the church and the English monarchy for riches and glory. Raphael's diatribe against the church and monarchy is blunt and strongly worded, and likely includes some kernels, if not large chunks, of the real Thomas More's beliefs. Thomas More, however, is careful to include a conclusion that distances his own ideas from those of Raphael, though some of his comments are tongue-in-cheek.